Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Prescott now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Waters. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check four. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down, Prescott. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Play action now, Prescott. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at the 3. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he comes back with one complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott on 1st down. Some strong running at the 20. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. This pass caught at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a real,
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. First down carry, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Prescott yet again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, now he bowls him over. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's go over here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Let's go! Green, 30.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the box.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Prescott here to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Waters. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Prescott now on second down. And running with it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got one of the better defenses in the NFL in action today. The Cowboys are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Titans, who will need to be sharp on offense. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gott, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're in a real groove of late, winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Play fake here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tap him, and drag him to make sure he gets it done.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, here's Henry. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. the 21. Throwing. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And again, it's Prescott. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And that is incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. 4th and goal, Charles. All the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Green 39!
Again to Henry. And he's got room. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Prescott. He's going to, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. With his lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
They run a draw here on second down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And now running right through it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now they'll run it here off tackle. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Prescott on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete. This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. And he has reached the summit. Move over Peyton Manning. There's a new record holder at the top, partner.
And somewhere Peyton Manning is not excited about moving over, but he respects the fact that someone came and got his record. And we're here to see it. How exciting is this? Not just for us, but for all fans of football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it again with Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears that no
blitz coming, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Danger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now Prescott on fourth down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll be a Dallas first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Steps away to his left. Wiggles free. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriots.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Escape pen. No escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, touchdown Titans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode, too. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
12 yards is the pickup there, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Set. Green, 39.
Derrick Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And just shedding, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Waters. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. looking to throw. His throw caught about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel this.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Bears have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. A first down carry for Henry. And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.